Happy New Year! Seeing that is the beginning of 2026 and that loss was not foreign to me this year, I find it appropriate to explore grief as we leave 2025 behind and enter into a new season of life. Grief. Not necessarily the first thing one thinks of when entering a new year or season of life, but grief means deep sorrow, which normally comes with the loss of something. And I do feel deep sorrow as I leave 2025 behind. Hi, my name is Toni, and welcome to my channel, Living Simply with Toni. There are two quotes about grief that I love. One says, "Grief is like the ocean. It comes in waves, ebbing and flowing." And the other is by Queen Elizabeth II and says, "Grief is the price we pay for love." Both quotes hold true to life and to grief, but the latter is more embracing because to love and have lost is the bane of life's existence. Having experienced the loss of my father last year, I realized grief doesn't always come isolated with the death of a person. When a person passes away, there can be a whole lifestyle and season of life that is lost and grieved as well. Basically, grief has no form or fashion. One may even grieve a job or an environment. Grief takes you through various feelings and emotions that can catch you so off guard that you feel like your world has been turned upside down. Today, I'd like to share with you not just the basic psychological or therapeutic stages of grief that one can go through, which are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and a few others depending on who wrote the book. But I'd like to share with you 3 tips on how I personally look at grief and deal with it. The first tip is to remember it's okay to grieve in your way. Cry, travel, stay busy. Whatever it is you want to do, remember grief is personal and no one can tell you how it should look. The second tip is to honor the person, lifestyle, job, environment, whatever it is that you've lost in your way. Whether that's a funeral, a memorial, a monument, or even a picture. The third tip is to lean to your religion or spirituality. Not everyone has a religious preference or even spiritual. But if you are, lean into it. Find scriptures, find quotes, and you may even find a path into incorporating more prayer and spirituality into your life. Me personally, I'm a Christian, and I dig harder and deeper into my relationship with God. And I look to my community of believers to help me through tough times and to remind me that God is always leading me and guiding me through life, and that He will never leave me nor forsake me. The fourth tip is to remember it's okay to be okay, and let your memories of that person or place or thing carry you through. When I say it's okay to be okay, that means it's okay if you don't find yourself crying or grieving each and every day. As I mentioned earlier, my father passed away in 2025, and I surprisingly found myself periodically crying, but not doing so much of it that I couldn't function or carry on my current life. I grieve his memories, but I celebrate his life even more. And I do find that I'm having more smiles and happy times than I am grief in life when I think of him. So how do you deal with grief in your life? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below with your advice, tips, encouragement, and inspiration. And while you're at it, please like and share my video with those in your circle of support. Thank you for watching. wishing you a beautiful day and an even more beautiful life. And remember, sometimes in life, you have to live simply in order to simply live.